Well, I was pleased to get out of Saturday night with a win. I thought our guys played well in the second half. Yeah, I think Wake Forest is a good team. They were really good coming into our game defensively. They hadn't given up a whole lot of points and had created a lot of negative plays. And so it was a good it'll be a good platform to move forward. The competition is going to ratchet up each week, and certainly this week playing the defending national champion, a team that's loaded with really good athletes on both offense and defense, will be a big challenge.
All right, questions for Coach Johnson? Okay, we'll be done. No.
Sounds good to me.
I remember last year, the game against Clemson, you really weren't happy with the way the offense played. And obviously, I guess my question is, like, in the last 2 years, I guess that you had some trouble running, but like I'm guessing a lot of it's
So is everybody. Yeah.
right. But I'm guessing a lot of it's you some of them, but some also I think you feel like you guys haven't played.
Yeah, I
as
think
well as
it's
you
some
could.
of both. They're good, and we've played like garbage. So it's you know, certainly we've got to play better. But you know, they've been pretty good the last 2 years.
Can you talk a little bit about, it seems like probably they have maybe the best home field advantage in terms of night games maybe in the league, and is the atmosphere there is among the best that you guys will play in, and how
Well,
that affects your team?
It's a good home field advantage. I mean, they pack 80,000 in there, and they're loud. And Virginia Tech's also hard to play at night games too. There's a couple, but you know, there's no question that going in there on a Saturday night on national TV, they're going to be wound up.
We talked a little bit about Shamir yesterday. He's in his final year, maybe 6 games left in his career. What contributions has he given to the program since he's been here?
Wow. Well, he's played a lot of football. I mean, he's you know, through the years, he's taken a lot of reps. I think it's been somewhat of a challenge with his weight from the almost from the time he got here, but he's fought through, maintained, and he's probably playing as well as he's played right now. He's probably playing the best he's played since he's been here. So that's encouraging. Hopefully he can stay healthy and stay out there.
Pretty talented and deep across that front four. It's probably about as good a group as you will see in all of college football. Can you just talk a little bit about Clemson's defensive line?
Well, yeah. I mean, they've got really good players. But they have had since we've been here. I can't remember a year where they didn't have a really big and good defensive line. I mean, from the time I arrived here. Now, they probably got more of them. When I first came, there might have only been 4 or 5. Now there's 8, so it's like they roll them, keep them fresh, and they got a lot of erasers on defense. They can get lined up wrong and not fit right, and somebody beats the block and comes to the rescue. They got a lot of guys that can do that.
Naturally, stopping the run is going to be important for the defense. They've had some good running backs over the years. How would you compare this group with what you've seen before?
Well, they're good players. I mean, they're not as experienced as the guy as Gallman, who's played forever, but they're both really fast. They're home run guys. If you give them a crease, they can go the distance, and certainly they're going to be great players in their own right. They're already pretty good.
In terms of the Clemson offense, obviously they lost, Deshaun Watson has
Lost a lot.
and a lot of skill guys.
Yeah.
And they're replacing with younger guys, equally talented, probably, arguably. But kind of what are you seeing from them in terms of what your defense has to do this week?
Well, I think they lost a lot of experience offensively. They lost not only a great quarterback, but a great receiver. And I remember talking to Dabo before the game last year, and he thought that that number 7 was the best receiver they'd ever had at Clemson, and that says a lot. They've had some good ones. Of course, he was a first-round draft pick too, I think. But You know, they've got good skill. They've got some new guys. They don't have as much experience on offense as they had a year ago, but they're still playing very well.
Curious, going into the season, the defensive tackles were kind of, I think, a concern just because of the lack of experience. I'm curious how you feel like they've done so far for you.
Well, I think Desmond's played well. He's stayed in there and fought his tail off. The other one's kind of been a little bit of a crapshoot. I think Brentavious probably played his best game in the last game. He started to play more reps than the others. I mean, other than Desmond. And, you know, we got to get something out of Brandon and got to get something out of Kyle.
What was your assessment, I guess, of Brenton in his first full game, kick-in, and kind of what he...
Brenton King?
Yeah.
I thought he did okay. I mean, he made the field goal right before half, which was a big play. We'd like not to kick the ball out of bounds on kickoffs. The one extra point he missed was a bad snap and didn't get the ball down. You know, all in all, I think he did okay. He had another kick that was kind of not ideal, but it died down on the one that should have been easy to cover, and we should have pinned him way back with that one. So, you know, for his first game, I thought he did okay.
Overall, kind of, what's your sort of feel on your special teams? It seems like it's been a little bit of a roller coaster this year, other than Presley at punter.
Well, I think Presley's done a great job. You know, the punt team, sometimes he kicks it so deep that it's scary with the coverage. But you know, it's not been great. I mean, our return game has been abysmal for the most part. Covering kicks has been better the last couple of games, but not great. And kicking the ball's been, you know, it's different than a year ago. But that's the best way to describe it. It's just been average at best.